Method number 1. Simple counting will count the charges on the ledger that are stated in your tracking and reporting page. With this setup, you must specify a max count, which is the total number of visits or services being tracked. That max count is what gives us the second number, the 13th out of 24. Again, in this version of the visit tracker, you will have a progress bar that is blue, which is just simply showing how much of the plan has been completed. This method does not involve any pacing or frequency. Method number 2 is similar to 1, but as we've stated before, it incorporates the concept of pacing or a frequency. In order to set up a pacing or frequency, you have to fill this expected number of weeks. That is what signifies to the system that there is a time frame or a pacing that this patient should accomplish these visits in. If the expected number of weeks field is left blank, then this will revert to the method number 1 of the visit tracker, which is just simply counting a package. Now that we've gone over the concepts of the visit tracker, let's go into how to set up the visit tracker and the fields so that you know how to set up your visit tracker to meet your needs. You're going to go to the patient's profile, visit tracker, add visit tracker. You'll type in a name for the visit tracker, and this is totally up to you. This name will appear on the visit tracker snapshot. Visit type is pulling from those categories in your tracking and reporting page, so you're telling the system to look at services under this category. And those services will count towards the visit tracker. Color will simply set a color bar at the beginning of the visit tracker. This is optional. This is where that color bar will appear on the visit tracker if you set up a color. Starting the morning of allows you to use a date picker to say when you want this visit tracker to start counting on the ledger. And it will start counting from that morning forward, and it will count the charges under this category. Minimum count is the number of charges before the tracker shows in the snapshot. Setting this to 0 will make the visit tracker appear immediately in the patient snapshot. Max count is the total number of charges to be reached for a tracker or a phase. For example, if the first phase in a care plan is 12 visits, then you would set up the visit tracker max to 12. Expected number of weeks is the amount of weeks that it should take to complete that specific phase or a tracker. This is not a required field, but it is required if you want to prompt the visit tracker to incorporate the pacing features. Clear on end. If set to true, the tracker will disappear from the visit tracker snapshot once the max visits or max count has been reached. This method is used if an office only wants to see what tracker the patient is currently on. They do not wish to see completed or future trackers. They just want to see the current. If set to false, the tracker will remain visible on the tracker snapshot. This method is used if an office wants to see current and past completed trackers. Number to add to start is used for migrated offices when a patient's care plan spans across 2 different systems. It lets you start the visit tracker from the original care plan date, while accounting for visits already completed in your previous system. We are not able to bring over past charges. When you migrate to Cairo HD, this is a way that you can accommodate those past visits that have been reached in their care plan. For example, if a care plan has 24 visits but 10 were finished in the old system, ensures that the tracker begins counting accurate and continues seamlessly without requiring manual adjustments of how you set up a care plan. We will have a separate knowledge base article that lays out how to set up various examples of a visit tracker so that you can see how best to set up the trackers to meet your office's care plans or packages.